Trending currently on the internet space is the jab which was thrown by the FCT Minister, Honorable Nyesom Wike at P2B, live in Abuja while commissioning Kubo Bus Terminal. According to Nyesom Wike, in a video clip that you will be seeing very shortly, he maintained that P2B is deceiving Nigerians by his lifestyle. According to him, that they visited P2B some time ago, and P2B in his home offered them a crystal champagne. Supposedly, he's talking about Louis Rodera crystal champagne, which is believed to be between $290 to about $500. Some sources says it ranges between $100 to $500. So Nyesom Wike said, you are going about telling Nigerians that you have one bag, one shoe, and yet you have this expensive champagne in your home. Well, before you see that video, at the end of this very section, you will understand the difference between living off your means, off your earnings and off your means, and being a parasite and living off of the collective treasures of this country, Nigeria, because that is exactly what the politicians are doing. But first of all, listen to Nyesom Wike.
There are people who will just because of talking sick. I will tell you something. When PDP had no problem, we went to Anambra State for gubernatorial campaign. And when we finished that campaign, we went to somebody's house for entertainment. So I just sat down. Come and see the best of drinks. Crystal, this. So I called him. I said, sir, you're providing crystal champagne here. But every day you tell people that you wear only one shoe. You carry only bag, only you. But look at champagne here. Not just champagne, crystal. Why do we deceive Nigerians? Why can't we tell ourselves the simple truth? What you preach is not what you practice. And we'd like to hear something. We'd like to hear such a thing. And that is being deceitful. And these are the kind of things that I tell Nigerians, look, don't allow people to deceive you. People who are preaching that they care for you, they don't care for you anything, they don't think about you. They're only trying to use you to climb. Like somebody said, they are hungry.
First and foremost, if Honorable Nyesom Wike has shame, he won't be making this type of comment on national television. Unfortunately, this very message will still sell to many Nigerians who are illiterate, uneducated, and uninformed. P2B is a successful businessman who has made his money legitimately, and nothing stops him from using his own hard-earned money whichever way it pleases him. And that brings me to the overall essence of this video, which is to counter the lies Nyesom Wike has propagated in this video. You see, when you talk about integrity, a man who actually lives by what he preaches, P2B is the #1 politician you can talk about in Nigeria. A man who served as a governor, 2-term governor, and since that man left office, he has never collected a pension. Nyesom Wike should also come out to tell Nigerians on whether he's still collecting pensions as an ex-Minister of State for Education, as an ex-local government chairman, and as an ex-governor. And before we dive into the bigger issue, I want you to listen to P2B yourself.
The controversy erupted. I said, oh, now I know the secret of your, looking so comfortable and nice. You've been collecting pension and benefits and allowances out of office. But what's your reaction? How does this work out? Do you support the move in Zamfara State to repeal the law and, the outrage on the part of Nigerians that when you leave office as governor, you should just go back to your former work and stop collecting public funds? What's your take?
Well, Ruben, let me start by first correcting you.
Yes.
I left office about in 2014, call it 2013 actually, because it was about first quarter of 2014, so 2013. And since I left office till today, nobody has paid me 1 naira. I've not received 1 naira.
Is it that you have not made the request?
No, I said I've not received 1 naira, either directly or indirectly. Nobody has supported me in any way or anything, because you say that's why I'm looking very good. I'm only looking very good because for me, I had a temporary office which I served and moved on with my life, and to God be the glory. In issue of pension, my worry is not whether governors are paid, looking at what you just said now, 700 million naira a year. Is it for
in some states?
Is it for just one person?
One person.
700 million naira. My worry is, and is the morally by the.
And now again, this same Peter Obi was offered 2 plots of land as a governor in Anambra State. He wholeheartedly rejected that 2 plots of land. From what you can see, the memo you can see in this video, maintaining that he was elected into office to serve the people and not to benefit, from the state, in a very wasteful manner. He rejected that land.
$1 billion naira. And I called it future generation money. I could have taken it. Nobody's told me to stop it. I have no piece of land given to me directly or indirectly in Anambra State as a governor. Where I built my house, I bought the land. I'm not saying I'm a saint, but I can tell you categorically, and I've said it, if you see where Anambra State money was misappropriated or taken, come and hold me responsible. Right. Because I wasn't voted to steal their money. We can stop it. But you have to be the vanguard of stopping it. A leader is not a money-making thing. You're not competing with Dangote. Dangote is a businessman. You should first want you elected. The American leaders are not. American president today, you can Google it, is worth only about $12 million. The person Harris that wants to be this is worth $6 million. It's in America that people are worth $200 billion. You must choose your lane. If you want to be in government, you be in government and serve the people. If you want to be a businessman, you go and trade and own all over Lagos.
This is the same man who is going about with his own money, making donations to hospitals, universities, secondary school, across the width and breadth of Nigeria, going to, IDP camps, donating to the north, donating to the east, donating to the south, and donating to the west. That is the same Peter Obi Nyesom Wike was trying to maliciously castigate in that very video. So there is no comparison between the man Peter Obi and people like Nyesom Wike, and not even any other politician in Nigeria, because the records are there for itself. The records are there to prove that point. And even Peter Obi himself maintained that all through his tenure as a governor in Anambra State, that he never collected or owned any piece of land, either by gift or by way of grabbing in Anambra State. And now here is the big deal. The same Nyesom Wike now who is castigating Peter Obi, Nyesom Wike is currently being accused, allegedly as published by People's Gazette, of allocating over 2,000 hectares of land to his son, Joaquin Wike. All the documents as published by People's Gazette are readily available on the internet space. News are available on the internet space equally confirms that Nyesom Wike, who assumed office as a minister in August 2023, between August and October 2024, that Nyesom Wike has allocated over 2,000 hectares of land to his son. The most striking was in October 2024 from that publication, shortly after a business name, a company was registered, with the name of his son, Joac Farms and Estate Limited, and a whooping, amount of 350 hectares of land was allocated to this very company, which is owned by his own son. People who are testaments to that very information confirm that they told him that he should be very careful in allocating land to his family members. And according to that information, he maintained that he has not even started, that he wants his children to be the largest landowners in Abuja. And, according to this very record, it is stated that the amount of land that is owned by his son now and the company registered in his son's name is worth over 3.6 to 3.8 billion dollars. That is the man who is talking to P2B, who never owned a piece of land in Anambra State as a governor. And the same Nyesom Wike is still, getting pension from the government purse. Now you ask yourself, how will Nigeria develop? How will the people prosper? Most of the lands that are currently being, allocated to his son and the, company that was registered in his name, some were, grabbed from people. It was revoked from people, innocent Nigerians. Some of them decided not to talk in order not to become more target. But unfortunately, Nigerians love to listen to this type of thing because the moment politics sets in, a good man becomes a bad man. And that is the image they are constantly painting Mr. P2B. Unfortunately, those of us that knows the truth, like the scripture maintain, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Those of us that knows the truth, we can never be bullied. We can never be co-opted into speaking otherwise. We will continue to keep the record straight for Nigerians to know and understand that this set of parasitic politicians we have in Nigeria can never do anything meaningful. They will do a work of 20% and steal 80% from the public purse, and yet you will continue to praise them as sycophants. And many of you who do not have sense, tomorrow they will come and tell you that P2B is your problem, that P2B is demarketing Nigeria. They will tell you that America is Nigerian's problem. They will tell you that Britain is the Nigerian's problem without knowing that what you are looking for in Sokoto is right there in your Sokoto. We will continue to bring, x-ray some of these hidden informations which is readily available on the internet space for all and sundry to know what is actually true in Nigeria. P2B deserves to be respected in this country. A man who was called upon to be given a professorship title, he rejected it. He maintained that he didn't go through school, he didn't pass through that level of academic qualification to be granted the honor of a professor. Which politician in Nigeria can actually do that? Unfortunately, we are yet to see. At this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. May another person see him. God bless you.